Hello everybody and welcome to the Watkins Glen International Raceway for the 22nd race of our 2003 NR2003 season, where we have an interesting circumstance here. Derek Cope is on the pole alongside Robbie Gordon, with Kevin Harvick and Ward Burton behind as he already got underway here. Trying to close out this regular season. Currently have 14 winners, 2 spots in on points in the playoffs. We'll see how long that lasts after today, as Cope with the lead going down into turn 1 and 2. Could he do the improbable upset as he got Harvick looking to the inside? There comes Kevin Harvick. He has a great run through turn 1. Gets the advantage on the inside of Derek Cope for the lead. Here comes Kevin Harvick. Trying to back up that strong run at Indianapolis with a win here. Watkins Glen, as he's now cleared Derek Cope for the race lead through the S's. Cope slides into second. Harvick starts driving away back here 3 wide. Jimmy Johnson under fire from Robbie Gordon, Dale Jarrett. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. Him in the 48. They need to win to get into these playoffs. Most likely they're going to have to win one of these races. We'll see what's going to happen. Of course, up there as well, the 17 Mac Kenseth. He's currently in, fighting to get up there into the points lead and point his way into the playoffs. Here, defending champion, still fighting everyone else, making their way through the curbs, side by side, sometimes 3 wide, pushing the issue a little bit, going a little bit wide here through the S. Back to front, Kevin Harvick driving away from Derek Cope here at Watkins Glen on lap number 1. Harvick looking at that second one of the season that has eluded him for ever since Daytona. He's been so close so many times. Can Harvick finally get the job done today at Watkins Glen? He has done so much better than last season, but it is still cannot get the monkey off his back and get another victory besides the Daytona 500. Harvick leads the way at Watkins Glen. And then on the last lap of stage 1, Harvick coming through to pick up the stage win and the playoff point. He has dominated the stage, and he will get the stage win. Harvick wins stage 1 at Watkins Glen. Jimmy Johnson will end up in second, Derek Cope third, Mark Martin in fourth, Ward Burton in fifth, Matt Kenseth in sixth, Robbie Gordon in seventh. Dale Jarrett comes through in 8th position. 9th is going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting a couple points, and Kurt Busch will round out your top 10 in stage 1. As Kevin Harvick, your stage 1 winner, gets an additional playoff point to add to his total. Then we get back underway in stage 2. We have some pit strategy shaking up the running order. It is now Jimmy Johnson restarting in the lead here, lap number 45 with 46 laps to go here. We are halfway through this race here at the Glen. Behind him, Tony Raines, Robbie Gordon, Dale Jr. through Dale Earnhardt Jr. being aggressive 3 wide the inside, trying to find his way into the playoffs, doing whatever it takes. A bold 3 wide move works in his favor. He's now side by side with Robbie Gordon for second, and Earnhardt is going to take the position. Robbie Gordon, though, gets a great run on the inside. Looks like Robbie Gordon gets some momentum, but Dale will clear Gordon, and Earnhardt is now into second. The 48 and the 8 both need to win to get into the playoffs, and they are doing exactly that right now, running 1-2 here at Watkins Glen. One of them is going to get through, one of them is not going to get through these playoffs. Harvick is back just at the back end of the top 10 here, trying to find his way by Todd Bodine and Tony Raines at the moment to get back into contention. Of course, at 29, so fast, dominated stage 1, picked up the playoff point, the stage win. Jimmy Johnson, though, driving away here at Watkins Glen. He has one of the fastest cars on the racetrack and is still looking for that 3rd career victory after winning twice last season, making the round of 8. This season, he is, of course, looking to win his way to even make the playoffs. It's been a struggle lately. Can Jimmy finally turn it around? Jimmy Johnson leads the way here at Watkins Glen over Dale Earnhardt Jr. in stage 2. Now we move on to the end of stage 2. Jimmy Johnson, I believe, has just won the stage over Dale Jr. in second. Then it is Harvick, Robbie Gordon, Cope, Kurt Busch, Mark Martin, Jarrett, Nemechek, and the Ward Burton rounding out your top 10. So Jimmy Johnson wins stage 2 at Watkins Glen. Now, as we go back green, Jimmy will be scored the leader, but he's on pit road with a lot of our contenders, including Cope, Kurt Busch, and Dale Jarrett. And going down the front straightaway, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has now taken the lead here at Watkins Glen. The crowd is going wild as Earnhardt looks to find his way to the playoffs for the first time in his career. Kevin Harvick runs in second. Mark Martin in third, as Harvick's been one of the dominant cars all day, trying to track down the 8 of Dale Jr. He's got a big run. Here comes Harvick. He's got some momentum. What can Harvick do? Can he steal it from Dale Jr.? He gets a big run on the inside. Here comes Kevin Harvick. They are going to be side by side for the lead at the Glen in the final stage of racing. Dale Jr. and Kevin Harvick, one of these drivers is going to walk away with a victory today. They make contact. Earnhardt into the side of Harvick. He goes wide, and Jr. holds on to the lead. Harvick drops down to fight Mark Martin for second. The aggression at its peak here, Watkins Glen. Earnhardt and Harvick make contact, battling for the lead. Junior not giving up his opportunity to make the playoffs, as he is aggressive to get this win. Behind him, Mark Martin still trying to find a way by Kevin Harvick for a second, allowing Earnhardt to pull away now at the Glens. Mark Martin will make the pass. He'll get around Kevin Harvick, who slots back into third, now under fire from Joe Nemechek. But it is Dale Earnhardt Jr. leading in the final stage of Watkins Glen. Can he win his way into the playoffs? Now we move on to just 2 to go. It is still Dale Jr. with now a commanding lead, just about 3 seconds over the 29 of Kevin Harvick, as Earnhardt looks to finally get the win here in 03 to punch his ticket into the Winston Cup Series playoffs. A white flag final lap presented by Credit One Bank at Watkins Glen. Can Dale Earnhardt Jr. hold on to win? And one of the most popular wins we've had in a while. Of course, last season he won at Talladega in the postseason after he was already eliminated because he missed the playoffs. This time he's going to be eligible to fight for the championship here with a win at Watkins Glen. He's now driving away from Kevin Harvick, who just doesn't have the speed that he did earlier to track down and pass the 8 of Earnhardt, who is now about to lap Bobby Labonte, who has had a rough couple of weeks and is going to start to slide down the point standings. Junior tracking down Bobby Labonte for the race lead right now here, Watkins Glen. Sorry, he's trying to lap Bobby Labonte. Junior, the leader comfortably. He's got to put some pressure on him as he's rounding through the carousel for the final time here at Watkins Glen. Once he took over the lead in the final stage, it has been a just dominant performance. Junior has not vanquished that lead. Of course, with that contact with Kevin Harvick at the beginning of the run, which may have affected the 29's car more than we initially thought it did, as Junior now rounding the final 2 corners here at Watkins Glen for the final time before he is a winner once again in the Winston Cup Series through the final corner. A playoff spot is going to go to Dale Earnhardt Jr. He has won at the Glen. Your runner-up is going to be the 29 of Kevin Harvick with another strong run, but short of the victory. Mark Martin will come home in third. 4th place going to be the 17 of Matt Kenseth, staying consistent as always. Your defending champion should keep him above the cut line as the last driver in on points. Then coming home in the 6th position, going to be the 5th position, 25 of Joe Nemechek rounds out your top 5. Michael Waltrip comes home in 6th, a strong day for DEI. And here comes Dave Blaney trying to hang on to 7th. Behind him, Jimmy Johnson and Ken Schrader fighting for 8th. The 48's going to give the 49 a bump, get to the inside and make a move. Dave Blaney comes home in 7th, but Jimmy Johnson steals 8th from Ken Schrader. And to round out your top 10, here comes the 0 of Jack Sprague, who earns a top 10 finish, but is Dale Earnhardt Jr. winning as the crowd goes wild here at Watkins Glen and clinching his spot into the Winston Cup Series playoffs for the first time in his career, leaving just 1 spot available on points with 4 races remaining. See the race results on the left side of your screen, and we'll see the updated playoff grid with 4 races to go until the playoffs begin after Richmond momentarily. Here's your updated playoff grid. Of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr. slots in 12th on the playoff grid with that win, clinching his spot into the playoffs. And then the final spot, held on points, currently with 4 races left to go, is held by Matt Kenseth by commanding 43 points over Rusty Wallace. And then Joe Nemechek out by 47. Ricky Craven, who's really starting to fall apart, now out by 55 points in 19th. Sterling Marlin out by 118. Elliott Sauer out by 130. Those guys and the rest of them pretty much have to win to get into the playoffs. Until the next episode of Michigan, I hope you all have a good one.